Good evening. It's 11:13 on a Tuesday night. I'm actually laying in the bed. It's dark. And I woke up in prayer, which is normally what happens nowadays for me. I wake up and I'm like, I gotta pray. So, oftentimes, we, I just want to make sure that I say this the right way. As someone who is seen a lot in these past 3 months, and I'm fully dedicated to executing the will of God as best I can, and I want to emphasize on as best I can. It is really hard to go against what everybody else is doing and what everybody else is saying. I'm older than most, but I'm still young, and I know I say that a lot because I know for some people that listen to my channel, I look at the age demographic. 35 may be older to some of you. And really, when I think about it, I'm like, yo, that's too far away that's a long time that I've been away from the Father. And sometimes that makes me sad. I feel like I missed out on things, but I know that I'm right on point. And I want to share a little bit about my life, in spirituality, and why I go so hard and why I have to be obedient. Because I think sometimes when people listen, it's misinterpreted. Is that a word? Misinterpreted. Where I get that extra "did" from? Anyway, I think it's misinterpreted. So, just at the beginning of the year, I was creating an entire persona. I actually created this persona when did I create it? Last summer? Yeah, last summer. And that persona was named Nova Gold. And I believe that was a way that God gave me that persona as a way to protect who I really am. Under this name, I performed rituals. I set up a whole new Facebook account. I did a lot of things. I did readings. Oh, gosh. I did rituals. I did a whole poetry ritual. I did many things under this name. Did I say the name? I'm not going to say it because that thing needs to be buried. But anyway, I did a lot of things and I led a lot of people astray. And so, and those things that I did of my own flesh and blood. And I was fervent and I was, serious, and I'm on Facebook and I'm like, guys, do full moon rituals. It's happening this Saturday, 8 p.m. Let's go. Like the monster truck people. I would be that loud. And so God was kind of like, yeah, I'm going to need you to be that fervent now. I'm going to need you to go that hard now. And when I see the darkness, when I see evil because I saw it for myself. And I really wish that people would go and look at my testimony more often. I think I need to keep talking about it maybe. But what happened to me on January 21st and 22nd was a real thing. It is found in the Bible, Leviticus 26. Punishment for disobedient, reward for obedience. And this is specifically about when the Israelites, when the Egyptians, the Israelites found new ground and had to leave behind their old customs, specifically talking about idolatry. It's right at the beginning of the chapter. And then Matthew 25 was specifically for the people that saw me that night, those 2 days. And I would say it was a total of about 10 people that saw me at my lowest point during that day. And that was in Matthew 25 was a message for them. So when the evil came upon me, it was like I have no choice but to call the evil out. I have no choice. And I realized that I put myself in a very vulnerable space because people will could say that I'm sowing discord. And let me explain something to you. The only discord that you can cause in the Christian community is discord between those that are called and those that are not. That's on period. That is on period. Because one thing the Lord will not stand for is darkness and evil trying to creep in on his kingdom of heaven. And so anybody that has an issue with darkness or evil being called out when it's trying to creep its way into the kingdom of heaven needs to take that up with the Father. Because that is the only discord that will be allowed in the kingdom of heaven. Anything else other than that should definitely be called out. I don't talk about nobody. I don't talk about anybody's ministry, especially if I know for a fact it is of divine order. But it's somebody, a certain person, I'm not going to let up. And anybody that has anything to say, hear my cat, move, girl. If anybody has anything to say about that, your best bet would be to email me directly, address me directly. If you feel that I'm sowing discord, if you feel that my calling to call out the evil and the darkness, because I guarantee that a lot of people haven't seen or heard Satan the way that I have. Because if you did, you wouldn't hesitate. You wouldn't hesitate to call that thing out. And so I'm not going to stop, even though it makes me uncomfortable, because it does. And I'm still of the flesh and blood. That's why Jesus Christ died on the cross, because being of the flesh and blood is still a sin. And anybody that's still walking this earth claiming to be cleansed of sins is a lie. That's on period. I'm going to end it right there.